My name is Frank Mardale. I'm the fire chief for the Seeley Lake Rural Fire District. I've been living in Seeley Lake for about 12 years, about 12 and a half, 13 years actually. The changes I've seen is we've had more of a growth population-wise in Seeley, mostly retirement people, and also a lot of homes being built in the wildland-urban interface. And the biggest issue that's confronting Seeley Lake and the whole Swan, Seeley Valley is bug kill, standing dead trees, trees with what we call pitch tubes, which adds a lot of fire hazards to the whole valley, and that's our biggest concern right now. Forest restoration to me is different agencies and groups working together for a common goal, and that is to allow the community, tourists that come to visit the woods, to feel safe and also enjoy the wildlife habitat. And also to make sure that when they're in the woods, they don't have to worry about any other hazards that may be out there. One of the issues that we deal with on the fire agency standpoint is that there's a lot of, like I said, stated earlier, there's a lot of standing dead trees, a lot of dead trees in the woods that not only could cause fires, but also falling over, down timber, and all that make trails and all that hazardous. So what we do is we try to get the different agencies and the private landowners to get together and fix their property up and through grant funding and all that stuff to help them mitigate the fuel hazards on their property and also on public lands. Restoration in the Seeley Swan Valley, we've probably spent close to $1.5 million in grant money to have private landowners fix up their property for fire hazards. And also it opens up that canopy to, for more wildlife viewing actually that the homeowners have enjoyed. We had an issue and we still have an ongoing issue, like I said earlier, with bug kill and all that and down trees. But we've really focused hard in the last 10 years to help people mitigate all these hazards. And again, it's not clear cutting their property, it's just opening the canopy up a little bit better for fresh growth. More fire resistant plants are growing inside that canopy. And also it opens up space for more wildlife viewing. And it's the same with private and with public entities. And like I said, in the last 10 years, we've probably put over $1.5 million into the local economy as part of that restoration project. That's just private landowners. Now that's not including all these other agencies that are working for the same goal on public lands. Forest restoration is important to the local economy of smaller communities within Montana and elsewhere. People move to the woods for the beauty of the landscape and all the recreational enjoyments they can have during the summer and during the winter. In Seeley Lake alone, where I'm from, we have over 350 miles of snowmobile trails that are maintained year-round because you do need to maintain snowmobile trails in the summer because of down trees and all that stuff. So it's important from an economic standpoint. I'm sorry I did that. Do you want me to start over again? Okay, you and your editing software. So it's critical. Also hunting habitat, wildlife management, and again, from my standpoint, safety in the woods. That's the most critical thing. So the local economy survives, some towns survive on the landscape that surrounds the town. Again, it involves wildlife, winter recreation, summer recreation, fishing, boating, skiing, and just people out walking in the woods, hiking. And you know, we're, in spite of the obesity problem people tend to think we are a healthy society, at least in Montana, and people like to go out and walk in the woods. The Southwestern Crown Project is not just one big project, but a bunch of smaller projects making up the big project. In Seeley Lake, we've experienced some major changes in our landscape as far as fire hazards go because of the smaller projects in Seeley that make up the major Southwestern Crown Project. Again, north of Seeley Lake, we've had some fairly large projects done. Again, it was a collaborative effort between different agencies, Fish, Wildlife and Parks, the state, the feds, local fire agencies, myself included, that make up the plan for that project. So it's an all-encompassing, all collaborative effort on everybody's part. And again, to forest health, wildlife, and fire safety, safety of the community. And that's the only way that these projects will get done in a proper manner, in a timely manner, is that everybody gets on the same page and works towards a common goal, not only fire safety and safety of the people that we serve, but also wildlife and forest health. The future from now on any project that involves forest health, forest restoration, must be and has to be a collaborative effort amongst everybody that's affected, be it local fire agencies, local community councils, should all be involved to make sure that everybody's needs are being met until after the fact, because by then it's too late. And I think that once we reach an agreement on a common goal, we'll be surprised at how many people have the same goal.